morning, fam. This is Ricky, and welcome to Hope for Today. It's the 8th of July, the year of the Lord, 2024. It is Monday. Come on, y'all. Let's go get up out your bed, bend the knee, and thank God for another day. We're going to act like a thing is so, even though it ain't so, in order that it might be so, because God said so. It's a brand new week at Hope for Today. And it's a special week at Hope for Today because it's Get All the Glory Week at Hope for Today. Get All the Glory Week at Hope for Today. Every day this week, we'll be bringing an answer to this question. What does it mean for me to live my life in such a way that brings God glory? When you hear glory, think fame. How can I live in such a way in my relationships and in the gifts He's allowed and the avenues of platforms that He's entrusted to me? How can I make Him famous in my life? We go to 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 23. Paul says, verse 23 and 24, all things are lawful, but not all things are helpful. All things are lawful, but not all things build up. Let no one seek his own good, but the good of his neighbor. I love this because Paul is saying that life is found not in the great things that happen to me, but by the great things I make happen for others. That if you want to give God glory and thereby receive edification from how you're living your life, seek to serve others. Here's step one. Understand that all things are lawful, but not all things are helpful. What Paul here is saying, there are things you can do that are good, but not necessarily good for the people God has entrusted to you. Let me drop lesson one of how to give God glory. Always remember that presence trumps performance. Presence trumps performance. The whole idea is this. In your relationships, sometimes you'll misconstrue reality, whereby you'll believe a lie that says, what I do for you is more important than what I do with you. You see, at the end of the day, the destination is sometimes even more important than, or the journey is sometimes even more important than the destination. And a lot of times we miss out on the special moments in the heart and the continuity of our relationships because we're more focused on doing something for them than we are doing something with them. Presence trumps performance. I was flying not too long ago and had all my kids and had a buddy of mine with all his kids, and I was just nervous as a house cat in the river because what in the world am I doing going through the airport with all these kids? I'm a nervous flyer. Well, we get through the security without any problems, and it hit me. My kids are big now. It just hit me. Oh, I don't have little babies anymore. I'm not checking in bottles and unpacking strollers and screaming. My kids just walked straight through, and it hit me that, wow, now's the ball game, and now it's really time to be with them and not just relegate my fatherhood and my relationship to them where I'm working hard and I'm doing this and I'm taking care of that, but to also enjoy the ride and be with them. You want to give God glory? Look at your relationships and beg the question as to whether or not you're also being with the people that you're doing so much for. And that's one way to give God glory. That's Hope for Today. It's going to be a great week. I'll see you next time.